It's time for To Your Health. Joining me today is Dr. Lorraine Maida, a functional and integrative medicine physician who practices anti-aging medicine, executive health, hormone replacement therapy, and weight management. She's the author of Vibrance for Life, How to Live Younger and Healthier. Dr. Maida is here today to discuss how to avoid the dangers of sleep deprivation. Welcome, Dr. Maida. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, Joan.
So, Doctor, we've all heard about crashes or accidents that were caused by sleep deprivation. What are some other problems that can occur due to a lack of sleep?
Well, a lack of sleep affects your mind, your mood, and your health. So in the way it affects your mind, we know about accidents, but people make a lot of errors. Their judgment is poor. They can't perform complex tasks, and they make very poor decisions when they haven't slept. It also affects your mood. People say they get anxious, depressed, irritable, their energy drops, and they have a lot of other psychological and mood disturbances. And they're also much more likely to suffer from health problems. Obesity is one of them, but you can get high blood pressure, heart attack, stroke. It depresses your immune system and it can increase the risk of infection and inflammation. So sleep deprivation has a lot of effects on your mind, your mood, and your health.
Doctor, there are a lot of people that are suffering from this problem. I know sometimes when I can't sleep, I may go on my phone on Facebook or something like that, and I'm amazed at how many people are posting in the middle of the night. So what do you suggest that people do in order to get a good night's sleep?
You know, the most important thing is to start winding down. You have to actually develop good sleep habits. Train your body. Wake up and go to bed at the same time. Don't eat a big meal at least 2 hours before bedtime because that can keep you awake. Caffeine, some people metabolize it very slowly, and even 1 cup of coffee in the morning could do them in. However, most people should avoid caffeine 6 to 8 hours before bedtime. And the misnomer people have about alcohol, they'll have a drink to calm them down to make them sleep. When in high doses, it's a sedative. But as it wears off in your body, it becomes a stimulant. That's why people wake up in the middle of the night with sweats and palpitations. It's from the alcohol getting to a low enough level to have a stimulant effect. You also need a quiet, dark room that's cool. When the temperature is too high, melatonin isn't made, and if there's any light, melatonin is not made. And light affects your sleep patterns. So going online and going on Facebook is probably one of the worst things you can do because that blue light keeps you awake. So there are different things. I know my iPhone has that little moon, half moon, where it takes out the blue light so that if you have to go online, it's not going to affect the production of melatonin. And you've got to calm down mentally. And, if all else fails, there are some supplements that can calm you down and help you sleep.
Doctor, the long-term use of sleeping pills can be addictive and they can have harmful effects. So you mentioned supplements. What supplements do you recommend?
First and foremost, I always recommend melatonin because that's what's natural. That's the hormone that makes you sleep. So if you have trouble falling asleep, you take a short-acting melatonin. If you have a problem staying asleep, you take either a slow-release or a controlled-release melatonin. I also recommend calming herbs. They come in teas or in tinctures or in capsules, and the most common ones that help sleep are blends of valerian, passion flower, hops, and chamomile. Kava is also used. It got a bad rap because if it's not extracted properly, it could cause liver damage. But if you get the one made from the root and not the stem, it's very safe and it's very calming. Another thing is magnesium. It's very good for 300 enzymatic reactions in the body, but it's calming and relaxing. And Epsom salt baths, warm Epsom salt baths are amazing. Lavender oil put on your temples is really wonderful, very soothing. It works on the GABA receptors in your brain. And if you don't have any problems with cortisol or hypoglycemia, sometimes 5-HTP can be helpful in some people. But if you're still having trouble, you have to understand some of the root causes, which can be hormone imbalances, neurotransmitter imbalances. So if that's the case and none of this stuff is working, you should have an evaluation by a functional medicine doctor who can get to the root cause.
Dr. Maida, thank you so much for being here. If you would like to learn more about Dr. Maida and her work, you can visit howtoliveyounger.com. And as always, to hear more from Dr. Maida, you can visit our website, cyacyl.com/Lorraine. We'll be right back.